Okay, welcome back to another episode of Reality is for Words to Come to Life. Look, I said this way back when the Cleveland bus driver had an incident with a young lady, and a lot of you all will remember this, where she did not have enough money to get on the bus. And they started an argument. She was hitting them and punching him and calling out his name. And he dealt with all that stuff, just argued with her back. But what escalated was when she spit on him. And I said in the video that I did, when you spit on somebody, it takes it to a new level. So now, here, 8 hours ago, the title says CTA worker faces attempted murder charge after red line station shooting. And it says a Chicago Transit Authority worker faces 2 felony charges after allegedly shooting a man inside a red line station. Police and the agency said the 53-year-old worker, identified as Mr. Adams, was charged with attempted murder and aggravated unlawful use of a weapon. He was arrested moments after the shooting early Saturday morning, police said. The victim, identified as a 37-year-old man, was hospitalized in critical condition with gunshot wounds to his back, abdomen, and left leg, police said. Police said 2 men were at the train station at 15 West 95th around 2 a.m. Saturday when they got into an argument and physical altercation. The victim had been disturbing customers in the train station, police said. He pushed the staffer to the ground and fled downstairs. But the staffer worker got up and fired shots. Okay, here is my issue with all this. And let me clarify, I don't condone any wrongdoing. I don't condone hurting anybody. But the same thing that happened in Cleveland when the bus driver was being attacked and caught, people videotaped it, but he still lost his job. And I said in that video that you all should have some kind of plexiglass to cover your drivers. And then miraculously, all of a sudden, which y'all owe me some money for that suggestion, go back and look at the video. I want my money for that, to cover your drivers. Now, if you all, and even CTA president, CEO, our elected officials would Google the abuse of bus drivers across this state and city, you would see a lot of abuse to bus drivers. And not too long ago, CTA had a driver who was drug off the bus and beat really badly, not by one individual, but a couple of individuals. And the workers end up going down there and having conversation. And my understanding, the union did not really do much, hence why a lot of people are asking the question, why do you have a union? And so I'm going to read what they say. The behavior of this one employee is not at all reflective of the thousands of hardworking, dedicated men and women who take pride in their work and responsibly perform their duties each day, CTA said in a statement. But when the other driver was beat down, did CTA have anything to say? See, this is the problem. This right here is the problem. And I said in other videos, you can go back and replay. You all won't step into the plate until something serious happens. See, y'all sit y'all asses in these offices, behind these desks, and you make these decisions for these drivers, and y'all don't have no heart to protect them whatsoever. There is plenty of evidence that show CTA bus drivers across this land and country being abused, being attacked, being stabbed, being spit on, being beat on. And you all want them to sit there and take that like they don't have a family to go through. You all don't pay that much money to accept abuse. You don't. And whether you realize it or not, everybody gets sick and tired. They get sick and tired of people that sit high up in the authority position, and y'all don't give a damn about the little peons that's on the street making sure that you make your money and get your bonuses every year. But yet and still, here we are again, another black man. The man hit him first. And when you have been mistreated so many, you get to a point that enough is enough. Enough is enough. And then CTA has the audacity to get on it and say, we have hard workers. How many of your CTA employees have you covered? How many of you have you protected? I know somebody got hit in the back of a bus and they're still on. When people run into the back of the bus, they got to write out all this paper. Y'all got all these cameras like you can't see. You don't cover them. Matter of fact, your bus driver should sit in a room like they have for the train drivers, because it's crazy. And y'all seem to have selective damn amnesia when it come down to incidents. And when it come down to a serious incident and somebody step up to the plate and defend themselves because they know CTA department heads is not going to defend them, you're going to ask 1,001 questions, and you pretty much going to make him feel less than, that he shouldn't protect himself, when none of y'all ass is going to endure none of that. Because you at home with your family, with your kids. You don't endure none of that. How about you ride the bus and you deal with the crap that they deal with? Now you say you need to make sure they pay their fare. At what extent? What point do life becomes valuable to you all? At what point do it become valuable? Please explain to me, because I'm trying to understand. When do it become valuable? And you all make a big deal out of people defending themselves. And I'm going to say this again until you understand the racial discrimination, the racial divide, and black and brown that end up with the short end of the stick. Kyle Rittenhouse killed two people, two at 17. Went to one state that he didn't have no business, nothing, and y'all let him walk. Jason Van Dyke shot Laquan McDonald 16 times, and he got to go home. And you are making a big deal because that man defended himself. He hit him first. You started. Clearly the passengers knew what was going on. And then I just saw not too long ago that people were getting stuck up on the airline. So what's going on here? Y'all getting all this money. You big wigs sitting in all these seats. High up in the office, your CEOs, your vice president, your president, the supervisor, and the managers, and y'all have to deal with none of this. None of it at all. You don't deal with the ignorance they deal with every day, but yet and still you make a decision on whether they should protect their lives or not. So then the question becomes, you don't give a damn. You don't. You put them workers and you know they working because they have families to take care of. They got bills to pay. Is their mode of survival and livelihood. But do you organizations, do you businesses, do you companies care? No, y'all don't care. You've had incident after incident after incident after incident. And some of these bus drivers are traumatized because the heads don't have their back. And neither does the elected officials. Nobody saw that when the last incident happened, and that was not, what is about 3 or 4 months ago, when the bus driver was beat really bad, and these bus drivers talk about, you all don't protect them, you don't cover them, you don't look out for their best interests. And now we are here at these crossroads. I said you was going to end up at these crossroads a couple of videos ago. Y'all got issues. Y'all some mentally sick individuals. Believe me when I say, because only mentally sick individuals sit on their asses and see a potential problem that's going to escalate to something else, and y'all don't do nothing about it. That's what elected officials, whoever over these companies. It don't make no sense. Them drivers have families to go to, home to. They have children they want to get back to. But yet and still, y'all run these rules. Y'all split their time. They got 4 and 5 hours in between. And y'all don't have no protection for it whatsoever. And you leave them out there on the ledge to fend for themselves. That's what you do. And now you want to make this article a big deal when the guy initiated the incident. Everybody get tired. Everybody get tired. And when is enough enough? That's what I want to know. For every governor, mayor, state representative, for every Cook County board president, wherever city you at, for every state's attorney, congressman, senator, when is enough enough? When is it? So you got to wait till somebody lose their life to make sure you protect your workers? And then you have the audacity to have a statement talking about your hard workers. They've been hard workers all the time. That had never changed. He was working when he was attacked. But y'all don't look at that. You don't look at that. People can only take so much before they explode. They can only take so much. And y'all asses just do not get it. You don't get it. And I'm trying to figure out why the hell not. What is the disconnect? Is it got to be the loss of a life of a bus driver by a civilian or a patronage trying to ride the bus before you do something? When we saw the beating of the last, it was like 4 people that was beating him. Beat the man, pull him off the bus on the street, and not one of you officials had anything to say about that. Not one. But yet and still, y'all can run y'all raggedy ass up here and say something about this. And I got a problem with that. And anybody else who listens, you should have a problem with it too. Because this right here is ridiculous. It's always one-sided when it comes to us. It's always one-sided when it comes to us. That's all. Always. There is no protection nowhere to be found when it comes to us. And I'm so sick of this. I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do. This is totally ridiculous. And if y'all don't do something about protecting these bus drivers across these 50 states, wherever they may be, the blood is going to be on y'all hands. It's already on there. It's already on there. You don't know what mental state a person is before they fall off the edge. Because even y'all would sit y'all asses on some of them routes and drive them routes and deal with the people they deal with every day. And let me tell you, the amount of money you pay ain't enough to put your life in danger to have that type of job, and you don't have no protection. You don't have no voice speaking up for you. And I agree. What the hell is the union for? Y'all collect all this money for what? You're not fighting for nobody. You're not fighting for their coverage, and you're definitely not fighting for their protection. And if you elected officials think this is okay, election time is coming, then y'all ass need to be out the door like yesterday, because this is ridiculous. How would you feel if somebody approached you, punched you, kicked you in your face, whatever? You think that was supposed to be okay? No, because you don't know what the other person's intentions are. You don't. All you know is your life is being threatened at that very moment. But y'all don't look at it like that. Y'all look at it like that. And I want, when y'all tell a story, then tell the whole freaking story. Don't tell bits and pieces. Tell the whole damn story. Tell it all. And I'm going to say this again till I'm black and blue. Jason Van Dyke shot a black man going the opposite direction 16 times. 16. Y'all dressed it up, y'all fixed it up, and you coated it up, and you covered it up. And I really don't think he was locked up. But yet and still, secretly sentenced 6 years. How we know he got sentenced 6 years? How we know y'all just didn't had him out for 3 years in a comfortable place? But yet and still, the prisons across these United States, local jails across these United States, is full of black and brown for one bullet. One. And y'all let him walk for 16. Help that make sense to me. Help to make sense. Because as far as I'm standing and I'm sitting and I'm seeing, it don't make no sense whatsoever. And y'all need to be ashamed of yourself. Y'all take oath of office. You sit in these chairs, and then y'all let this bull crap go, and you know it's an issue. And you don't believe me? Go on YouTube. Pull it up. Bus drivers being abused. Bus drivers being cracked upside the head. Bus drivers being punched, and people jump off the bus in the train. Bus drivers being spit on. Bus drivers being slapped. Bus drivers being beat up. All to follow y'all rules, and y'all don't have nowhere, no common sense to cover them drivers. See, plexiglass ain't working no more. It's not working. at all. And when somebody got to carry something to work with them for their protection, that speaks volume. But I bet you nobody said whether he was concealed and carry. Did anybody say that? They ain't gonna acknowledge that, will they? See, this is what I'm talking about. Y'all let bits and pieces of stuff. If you're gonna tell a story, tell it all. Tell it all. Don't tell bits and pieces to make him look like he the bad person and the other person don't have no accountability. That's some bull. That's some bull. Y'all need to get your mind right. Cause the next time it ain't gonna end like this. Y'all gonna mess around and somebody's life gonna be lost on your watch because of your decisions. And then I hope you all be able to live with it. Because them drivers are not covered whatsoever. Plexiglass is not working anymore. They need to be covered from their back. There's little holes back there. People can sit behind them, stick something through there in anything and cause an accident and hurt everybody. But y'all stupid asses don't see that. You don't see it. None whatsoever. Because all y'all think about is the money. You don't care about the people. Y'all think about the money. When the pandemic was out, you didn't care about your drivers then. You just wanted to work so y'all can get the money. But yet and still, our federal government decide they want to send some money to transportation for what? So y'all get bigger bonus checks and shit on your bus drivers? How does that work? How does it work? Please help me to understand. Because I'm not connecting the dots. Something is wrong. Y'all have lost y'all damn minds. Truly. That you think that these individuals don't need to be protected while they're working a job that helps keep y'all asses in business. Because if you don't have them working, y'all can't run no transportation. If every bus driver would walk off for the stuff that they deal with and y'all ignore, you wouldn't be able to hold no bus line, no L service, nothing open whatsoever. And they will have just as many rights to do just that. Because y'all don't care nothing about them. They are human beings. They have families, just like you have one. You want to protect yours. You want to get back home to yours. Y'all need to fix this. And you need to fix it like yesterday. Because this y'all mess. This y'all shit. Y'all caused all this. Because you ignored the last incident. And you wanted them to be quiet. You wanted them to hush. And then you want to pacify them like y'all was going to do something. And you didn't do nothing. Well, guess what? The rubber has met the road. The shades has been pulled. The door is open. Now the ball is in your court. What are you going to do? Because that little bull crap line you just put up there, that don't mean a hill of beans. None whatsoever. And I know some bus drivers. A lot of them. And I know the stories. So cut the crap. Y'all so full of it's ridiculous. And I'm so happy election time is coming. I don't know what to do with myself. I got a bunch of videos I'm finna drop. And I think I'm going to drop them all at one time. Because y'all asses is crazy. I'm convinced. Why do we have presidents, CEO, managers, supervisors? Y'all don't care nothing about nobody but yourself, your family, and your pockets. You don't care about the people that's working for you. Because if you did, you would treat them much better than what you do. And if our elected officials would really care, they will fix the problems that we have. But y'all don't care neither. But yet, so y'all want to get y'all asses back in the seat and ask for somebody to help you get back in there again. Why? You ain't did what you said you was going to do. This is ridiculous. Totally. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe.